yeah, we're live. Don't let anybody know.
Well, just in case if we like edited this for.
Oh yeah, then I'll cut it out and I'm gonna put like a fake counter with like 400 people are watching us live. Where were you? Although we can't really feel too bad that nobody's watching us because we haven't really told anybody.
No. Why does it say 28 views if you logged in 27 times?
Probably. I am recording it, so at the very least we'll have it for our own posterity.
Yeah.
Our house guest is also deep in the throes of MMO, so he might be doing some bandwidth.
Yeah.
But I think usually we're pretty strong, so
yeah.
it's unstable right now, so if it falls out... What?
The Pursuit of Echigoya.
Oh, you did that one though, right?
Yeah, but it's a 1-star. Everything else is 5-star.
Yeah, I need way more practice before I can help you with that.
We passed it, that's all that matters.
So, yeah, we're kind of late. I think usually we're going to try to stream a little earlier than this, but, you know, tiredness and playing other things, getting, Xbox.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah!
For some reason, and I don't know if anybody can, like, actually answer this for us, but, so she started to play this the other day. We were going to try to stream this.
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't know, barely into it. All of a sudden her 360 shuts off.
Quick interjection, just because I'm about to play that I haven't played in forever as she's telling the story. So I forgot what all the buttons do. So.
That's fine. It's always fun while we watch you
die every time.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
So anyway, it turned off all of a sudden. So we're like, uh-oh. And this is, sometimes, like, I remember, you guys who watch all of our stuff.
Yeah.
I remember when I was playing Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare. It's a mouthful. Sometimes the game would just reset on its own, and I think that was because it was getting hot, possibly. So this was weird that it just completely shut off. So you can...
I know, I was getting a flea off of my dog's face.
Oh.
Wait.
Anyway, so then I tried plugging in my 360 and it wouldn't come on. So it's like, maybe it's the power supply, because why would both of ours all of a sudden just be broken?
Yeah.
So I moved the power cord to a different thing, plugged it into mine, and mine came on. Like, oh, okay, so this does work. Then I tried plugging it into hers and it didn't work. I'm like, oh, I guess hers is dead, it's just a coincidence. So I plugged it back into mine and mine didn't work. So I said, maybe it needs to be plugged into a wall. So I plugged mine, or anyway, we switched things around. I plugged in one of the things into the wall directly, plugged it into mine, and mine came on. I said, oh, okay, maybe because I was plugging it into a surge protector, I don't really know anything about electronics and electricity, it's just all magic to me.
Right.
So it's like, fine, let me plug that into hers now. And then hers wouldn't come on. So I plugged it back to mine, and mine won't come on. I cannot explain what's going on. So,
can you explain to me why the TV is so dark? I can barely see my character.
Yeah, there's probably a setting on there.
But yeah, no, it's magic.
So we finally, I plugged it into the wall again, or I had you do it because I didn't want to stand up. And, buttons, format or options? Options. That came out real creepy. See, I just want to make it brighter. Just gotta take a second, sorry.
You're fine. I can play very delayed on,
yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to be hiding under this bridge. But on the TV, we're not seeing what's happening. That's why I'm not moving.
I don't know these things. There we go.
Yeah, brightness.
So now we're doing
Yeah.
64?
Yeah. Probably.
5.
Yeah, be it even.
Yeah. Okay.
Now let's hope.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Now let's hope the bright places aren't too bright. But
You know, if you're the one person who watches this later, let me know if it was too bright. I don't think so, because they're gonna see what we're seeing down there. So it's still pretty dark.
I was talking about myself, but
oh. Oh yeah, like when the sun goes up. Anyway, so I don't know. So I plugged it into mine, and then Cypress was like, "Look, if yours is working, just leave it."
Yeah.
So I did. So I was just gonna say that her 360 is now gonna become, if we can ever get it to work again. But anyway, it's got technically we had 3 copies of TenchuZ. Mine got herpes. It got disc herpes, so it's broken. It's dead. I think we threw it away, right?
Yes, I finally threw it away. It's still in the trash. We haven't taken that trash out.
Disc herpes. I guess we could keep it for posterity, but it has to label, "Don't put this in your machine."
The office trash, not like the kitchen trash. I just want people to...
Oh, yeah. Oh, right, yeah. If we get it back on, it's not just that dog food and coffee cream. And then...
Speaking of...
Yeah. She doesn't cook downstairs. Anyway, which reminded me of when my original PS2 Rest in Peace Cruiser died. All it would do, because I couldn't... Actually, it didn't die. It wouldn't open the tray. So it had Final Fantasy X stuck in it. So it could play Final Fantasy X. So I remember... I tried to do it with Andre, didn't I? Oh, no, I don't know. He doesn't use it. Doesn't matter. Our friend. Yeah. Worked at GameStop, because then I got the Slim.
Oh, right.
So I was surprised that I could trade it to the GameStop. And like, do I get the credit for the system and the game? Because technically it's in there if you want to get it out. But, so now I have one of the Slims.
I guess it was the guy. Oh, yeah, that's the guy.
Alright. Oh, no. So here's the other thing we want to do today, because this is a one-player game.
Yeah.
And it is fun to watch you sneak around. But sometimes it's fun to like talk about stuff.
Totally.
So I have here in my hand one of my many journals from when I was younger. This dates back to when I was 14. So I started reading this because it's like, oh yeah, I sometimes regularly go back to some of my I call them journal diaries, because I didn't want to be like a girl who writes in a diary.
Right.
But a journal sounds like you went out into the wilderness and are like jotting us. So I call it a journal diary. So not in this book, but in my other books that I do, I'll do 7 days writing Dear Journal and then 7 days writing Dear Diary. And I've got this complicated way of keeping track of the days that I'm saying that there.
That's awesome.
So yeah,
I never like to write down what I'm thinking. Actually, no, I always write down. I have like lists though. I don't do diaries. I do lists of things that I'm thinking about. And
I used to be pretty good with the diary, and I keep trying to keep up with it because...
Yeah, it's awesome to go back to.
Right, and you're like, wow, I didn't realize... And sometimes I'm like, man, why didn't I write down what I thought about such and such coworker? Because I don't remember the coworkers I had a Blockbuster video, like...
Right.
Anna, the weird one, and then there was like some other one, and then there was that mean one, but I don't
remember. And then we both worked
names.
at that one guy who constantly ate, remember him?
That was Jason.
Okay.
He was cool.
I don't know if we could... He was cool.
Hey, Jason!
He had, I bought
Dog
his CD,
bone.
Dollarweed.
Dollarweed.
And, what else? Yeah. I don't know. That'd be hilarious if he was... I kept meaning to look it up the other day to see if he actually, like, published on iTunes or anything. Because that was back in the day, that was before that, I think. Yeah.
I did try to spy on some of them. So Eric got married and he has a beautiful little girl.
Aww.
Which is nice, because he's one of those, I think... Yeah, I'm not going to... Okay. I won't gossip. He had a traumatic past, and I believe he was an orphan. So it's nice that he can find love. He was a good dude. Anyway, so yeah, I have this journal.
Yeah.
And
so you were 14, so I was probably 7 or 8, depending on when it was.
Yeah, I'm almost 8 years older than you, or 7 years older than you. So some of the stuff I wrote about.
Sorry, side note, not that anyone else is going to know. What house are we living in? Is this the one where we take the Lion King, or is it before that? The one we call the 2 House? Or...
I think this is the 2 House.
Okay.
Oh, we could say it was in North Carolina. Which might be explaining some of this stuff. I'll know for sure once we mention something. But I do mention, I believe in this, I do mention going to Weight Watchers.
Oh!
And...
I didn't didn't realize you went. Did you went with Mom?
I have always been fat.
No, but I didn't know that you went somewhere with
Yeah, a couple times.
I remember one time I went to OA, very recent, like a few years ago with Mom, just to, like, mostly to keep her company, and I was like, wow, like hearing everyone's stories, I was like, I don't have a problem with food, actually. I don't
Eat
even
when
know.
I'm tired, and I think I've got portion control side, and I like sugar, but other than that, no. That's why, I think we've talked about this before, we're both doing, eating, I don't want to say we're doing keto, because it's not the fad version.
Right.
We are eating a ketone diet, a ketosis diet, I should say. Diet as in foods that we put into our bodies, not diet as in, hey, I want to lose 10 pounds real fast.
Yeah.
Although we did lose 10 pounds because we'd gone off. When we came back on, I lost 10 pounds in like 4 days because of all the water retention.
Right.
Anyway, so I do mention, got off topic there.
Oh, I forgot how to not kill somebody. Oops.
What was that one?
Yeah, it must be B.
Um,
Well, B is draw your weapon, so I thought that was gonna be the one to kill her, but B knocks out.
anyway,
Yeah,
so
continue, sorry.
some of the stuff I write in here for a 14-year-old, I'm not going to say I was developmentally delayed. I was smart. Like, you know, I was in algebra. I wasn't dumb.
No.
I think I've always just been kind of childlike. And some of the things that interest other teenagers, like makeup and dating and boys and stuff like that, I didn't care about.
Yeah.
I was still playing dolls, like, I'll admit it. I was still playing dolls and house and
But and then, not that it needs a defense because you're doing all of it, but, I mean, you were also playing with me, who, again, is 6.5 years younger than you. Oh, shit! You saw her, but you didn't see me? I didn't see you either.
Well, I'm sorry, you can't really sneak. So
Oh, yeah, I can't hear
we'll
anything.
give Cypher, she's...
I'm playing extra
You're
hard.
playing... I'm going to name drop here, but you're playing stealth like Zach Scott plays stealth.
Oh, thanks, you just running.
He gets so bored with it. Anyway.
I'm not bored.
Not bored, but like...
Well, it's also because if someone's watching me, I mean, yeah, I could spend, before when I played this, I'm sorry, then we'll get back to it, but before when I played this or whatever, each round would take me like an hour, because I was trying not to ever be seen, yada yada. But if I'm playing with recording, I don't want to go that slow.
Yeah, no, I understand.
And Cecily's laying on my hand. And
I was trying to give you the out because you also don't have the sound.
Yeah, no, I don't have the sound. I can't hear anything. And I don't have the volume to feel the heartbeat because my controller isn't working. Yeah, so I had to go by color.
Do they still sell 360s? Because I feel like
Probably do.
we need to like.
Yeah.
Did they ever make them slim?
Anyway, sorry. So yes,
Anyway,
you're not developmentally.
I'm weird.
Yeah.
I've always been strange, and that's why when I was reading this, I don't remember writing most of it, and some of how I write it, it's just ridiculous. And I know some of it's probably funny just because it's me, and I can be like, I can't believe I wrote that. And I kind of laugh there.
Yeah.
But some of the things I put in here, it's like, what was wrong with me? We'll get to that. So this is the first entry. I guess I can say the year. I don't really care if you know how old I am. So if you want to do the math, I won't say it out loud. But this is written on January 12th, 1994, which is our older sister's birthday.
Oh,
not
yeah.
94,
No, not 94, no.
but she was born January 12th. So I guess maybe I got this as an unbirthday gift. I don't know. It's just a little tiny book.
It's really tiny for a diary journal.
Diary. It's like a mini composition book, so it's probably meant to like note down what I'm gonna get with the laundry. But okay, I'm gonna get a little close to the camera. A little close to the microphone here as I read my journal diary. Names where they need to be. I didn't write this.
Yeah, no, of course.
We're talking. Yeah, where I need to change names, I might.
Who am I going to be?
Who do you want to be?
No, you can.
Probably for ease, I'm just going to call you Cypress. If I slip and say somebody's real name, everybody's...
I mean, I actually just posted the teaser thing with my podcast, Reading with Harry, so I kind of gave away my name.
That's not your name,
that's true, but that's the alias that is stolen, and I wear her suit on my
So, like for older sister, I mean, she doesn't have a nickname, does she? Catalina.
Okay.
She used to want to have a horse and name it Catalina Ryan.
What was that other name she was? Petunia or something? What was it? Peppermint? There was a P word that she was like
Penelope?
obsessed with Penelope.
No, don't drink my coffee. You don't even like coffee. We need tables.
We do.
Okay. Here we go. January 12th, 1994, which was a Wednesday.
Oh, sweet. I love knowing the dates. I'm not even like, that's not even
But that
sarcastic.
puts you in your... Oh, okay, this wasn't a Saturday. This was
Yeah, this was a
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Probably like right after a
At
party.
school.
I might even say. And if I underline anything or
Yeah.
bold it or if I drew a picture, I'll let you know. Hi. Okay, dear journal.
Oh, okay. Oh, it was
Hi.
a journal day.
I don't know if I did that. No, I didn't do. This one is totally a journal.
Oh, okay.
That's my real one is journal diary. This one, I don't know why I started writing in it.
Maybe
Sometimes you
you'll
just
tell
feel
us.
like you
This
need,
is
like,
the
a
very
snippet.
first, yeah.
This is the first page. Dear journal. Hi. A lot has happened. My other journal has all of that. I just want to start fresh.
Oh no! I wanted to know all that. You'll have to find
Well,
it.
if this becomes a series,
Yeah.
we can get more than no followers.
Murder and diaries.
Although,
This is like-
it's got up to 30 since we've been sitting here.
Whoa.
So somebody clicked on here and said, and maybe it's because our thing still says unstable. They're like, they don't know what they're doing, which is true. Okay, so I just want to start fresh.
Yeah.
So this was like a side, this is an OF or
Yeah.
Today, older sister Kathy turned 19.
Oh, you said her name.
I know. I decided not to worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Because
Did you
she's
say that to me?
poetess.
Oh.
I don't know, but that was funny.
that was really. We're gonna call her Catalina. Anyway.
Kathy's short for Catalina.
It's true. It's not her real name.
It's
her alias too.
I'm gonna call her Kathy. How about that?
Okay. I've always wanted to do that. I'm like, what's the color?
Names have been changed. So Kathy.
Yeah.
Today, older. I said older sister because people know who this is.
Yeah.
I'm really close to the microphone here. Today, Kathy turned 19. I don't want to get older.
Well,
Nice segue. Soon Kathy will move away.
I thought you already did.
No, this is North Carolina. As I remember my many years as sisters, I don't want to die.
Can you help me with this cat that's stuck to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Oh my gosh, she was like, she jumped on my lap and then dug her nails in.
She wants to hear the story.
No, I know. I just didn't want to be in pain.
So I don't want her to move away because I don't want our years as being sisters to end.
That's sweet. You don't mention me yet, but whatever.
Well, you're probably thinking, what's with her?
Aw.
Kathy isn't gonna die anytime soon.
Foreshadowing.
I put those in quotes just because I'm proper grammar.
Oh yeah, you're yeah.
I wasn't very good grammar yet, but while that may be true, I still don't want to leave any moment not shared with someone.
Oh.
See, this is me going through my emo phase, I guess.
Yeah, you don't feel it anymore. You're like, okay.
Kathy and Cypress by her big name, because I think this was back when you only wanted to be called by
Yeah,
her
yeah,
big name.
yeah. I would.
So I did it, even in here. I might bitch about it later, but right
Aw.
now I didn't.
You're the only one who has ever called me by any kind of preferred name that I've asked.
It was hard for me to switch to your nickname. Did you notice that all those years? It was like, I'm not even...
Yes, I remember
kept
we had
calling you by
conversations
nickname.
about that. Yeah, we had conversations, and you were like, I don't know that I could do that because you yelled at me for calling you. Yeah.
And see, and now our niece wants to go by her big name.
Yeah.
Well, she changed it, and I keep calling her by her little name.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Yeah,
sorry, niece. You know who you are.
Yeah.
And you're not watching this. Okay. Okay. Kathy and Cypress are growing up, acting their ages. Yeah, Kathy may still goof around. And Cypress may not be able to go to the bathroom by herself.
Yes! No. I can pee just fine. And the problem is keeping the door closed.
Okay.
Because tell the story about how I got locked in the bathroom and no one noticed while everyone was eating dinner for like 2 hours.
So one time Cypress got locked in the bathroom and nobody noticed because we were eating dinner for like 2 hours.
No one wanted to know why their youngest didn't come back to dinner.
Let me finish this sentence and then I'll go back because this is all over the place. So Kathy still goofs around. Cypress can't go to the bathroom by herself, and I've stopped in every way. Okay.
Aww.
See, so it's so funny that I was talking. Maybe
Yeah,
I was
you knew you were mentally and
So-
emotionally.
So okay,
This is
with
wonderful.
Cypress, we lived. We're in this house. We called it the Two House because it was owned by a man named Mr. Two. I don't remember his first name.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
I thought it was because
And I
there
think
was
it
two
was
houses on the
TEW or something.
Oh.
No, yeah, it's Mr. Two owns the house.
Does the dog count as a
It was, when we lived in it in 94, it was 96 years old house. So now it's 212.
Yeah.
It's over 100 years old even then. And it had a lot of rooms that were converted, because I'm sure back then, this was in rural North Carolina, so I'm sure they had outhouses back then. And so there was no indoor plumbing, so when they put in bathrooms, they just had to squeeze them where they could go.
Yeah.
So the downstairs bathroom was in a little tiny, probably used to be a pantry of some sort, right off the kitchen, which probably used to be sort of like, because the kitchen was in two parts. There was the kitchen where there was like a stove and everything, and then you went through this little doorway into what most people would probably consider like a sunroom type thing, that when they lead to the garage. I didn't even know I had my phone. Oh,
It's their house downstairs.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah, we got our house fan. Our house fan running. Anyway, so the bathroom downstairs was built as an afterthought.
Yeah.
And also, as an old house settles, things get sticky. So during the summer, family was eating dinner out because so there's no central heat or air in that house because it was so old.
That was rough.
That's where I started sleeping with a fan. I cannot sleep with a fan now. So the family was outside, kind of almost on the other side of the house, still downstairs, but out on the screened-in porch. It was almost a wraparound porch. Nice porch. So we were all out there eating because it was summer and it was hot. And Cypress had to go to the bathroom. Cypress was probably like 6 or 7.
Yeah, in that house,
So, yeah, she was very young. Yeah, she went to the bathroom by herself because she's an adjusted person at the time.
Yeah.
So she went to go to the restroom and closed the door as one does and went potty. But I guess it got swollen shut or jammed. So little 7-year-old waif of a girl,
6-year-old. In that house, I was 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how old I was because of this book. So anyway, actually, right as I'm writing this, I'm still 13. My birthday's not November.
There you go. That's even more proof.
So yeah. So anyway, she got stuck, and she was in there. She says 2 hours. It wasn't that long. It might have been 15 minutes.
No, really? I thought it was like much longer than that.
Well, because you were stuck in there and scared. We wouldn't.
And I was screaming and crying and banging on the door, and no one was coming.
I mean, that because the panic probably set in immediately.
Yeah.
So no, we were eating dinner. It's not like we were out there eating dinner. We don't eat that long. We're fat. We eat fat. So was it me who eventually came looking for you?
Yeah.
So
you're the only one who has ever cared in the family.
I don't know. I don't know why Mom didn't say, well, is she dead? So eventually came and so.
And the upstairs bathroom really quickly was built on the roof, remember?
Yes, it was a converted portion of the roof, so the floor was slanted. So there was no master bathroom. We all shared one bathroom upstairs that was slanty, had one of those old, like, standalone tubs. The only shower we had was downstairs, and that was a shower stall in that bathroom where she got stuck. There's only 2 bathrooms in there. 2 bathrooms in, like, 7 bedrooms. Anyway, it was a cool house.
Yeah.
It's been
Had
modernized.
a bar in the back. Oh yeah, you've seen pictures?
Yeah, well, I think it was Kathy drove by it once since then.
Oh.
And
I couldn't tell you what road that was on.
I've done Google Street Maps and looked at it, and
wow.
it's still there. I was a little bit worried and maybe now it's looked like my book. Maybe now it's all locked down. Yeah. So that was that tangent.
Okay, sorry, yeah,
3
continue.
minutes, 4 sentences. That's fine. It's about bringing up discussion. So, okay, so my sisters are...
Oh, but, fun fact, I got locked in the bathroom in this house, like, what was it, like 3 weeks ago. I did not panic.
After she was warned that would happen.
I know, I forgot. It happened to me twice. They had to use a knife to get me out because of the damn doorknob. But I wasn't panicked. But I also didn't have, my phone with me. So...
Yeah. We were right outside the door.
Yeah. Yeah, I did not panic at that time, and I still feel the door closing. By myself. Okay, continue.
I stopped in every way. I don't like to buy things by myself. I don't or can't stand up for myself.
Oh.
And I still watch cartoons.
I mean, is it art?
Not just regular ones, like Animaniacs and Bonkers.
Those are regular ones.
But Care Bears. and My Little Ponies.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was still on back then. Because this is way before season 4, right? This was not season 3, so this must have been the original, like...
Yeah, well, but if it ran originally in the 80s and then it re-ran in the early 90s.
Regular ones. Well, because my friends watched Animaniacs, so I guess I didn't feel so bad about that. And then, like, Bonkers was part of the Disney
Adults watch anime. Yeah, no, I get you.
But for a 13-year-old, going on a 14-year-old to say she watches Care Bears, I guess it was weird.
Yeah, no, I get that. It's weird, okay?
It's like I'm trying to hold on to the shows of my childhood. I was predicting the 80s rebirth.
Yeah.
So I said, like, don't worry, 13-year-old FellHarbor, because in the future, grown men will be watching My Little Pony.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it, see, because I didn't have my people back here. There was no internet. Like, there was no internet right. Well, I guess there was. We didn't have internet. We didn't really get internet until, like, internet that we were allowed to use.
But it's the same cat poking me.
Okay, this did bother me a bit. So this will lead to more discussion.
Oh no, is it about me?
It's my journal! I got a lot of odd questions and statements at school.
About your big boobs?
Honestly, not that much.
Oh, okay.
I was fat, so people would make fun of me, but...
Oh, is this true?
No, that didn't happen till high school.
It's not, sorry, I didn't want to spoil. I said knees. It's not like this.
in high school in French class, this scrawny young man used to make fun of me because I had such big knees.
That's such a weirdest thing I've ever heard.
My kneecaps were big, I guess?
Yeah.
I don't know, they're proportional to my legs.
Yeah.
Because he weighed all of like 14 pounds and was a skinny little guy, so... Anyway.
I'll stop guessing.
I want to become a sister or a nun. This is
Reasons just like, excuse me? Yeah.
Everyone asks why, or do you really? Others, like Tiffany, tell me if you're a nun, you're not gonna get none.
What a bitch.
Yeah, I know. So, okay, so I don't care. Sex isn't on my mind as a job or occupation. It's sick how teenagers are only thinking about sex. Sure, I might think about it, but I don't see anything to really look forward to. Sex is a marriage gift from me. And like other wedding presents, you only, or should only, get it on your wedding. So obviously I was going to say that because I wanted to be a nun at that point.
Yeah.
But also, even as an adult, I think you should wait till you're in a committed relationship. And being Catholic, I think you should wait till you're married. Not here to judge anybody. This is just what I was saying. But the thing is, why do I get ridiculed for not wanting to have sex? Like, if Tiffany had walked around saying she wanted to grow up to be a prostitute, we'd probably still make fun of her. But plus, okay, I said this all while attending a Catholic school. So, no, we weren't taught by nuns.
Right.
And it was a very small school.
Yeah.
Attached to a Catholic church, like, it was right next door. But I would say 80% of the kids who attended that school were Catholic.
Yeah.
So for me, at an age where you're discerning things, a lot of young Catholics, I believe, because our cousin, he used to, now he's an atheist or an agnostic, but he used to want to be a priest. Yeah. You think through these things. It's like any other thing. You think through being a lawyer or a doctor.
I used to think about being a nun.
Yeah. I didn't, again, this is before internet and stuff, I was actually pen pals with a nun in Illinois. I still have her letters somewhere, but she was very nice, and she was St. Ignatius. She wasn't Saint. She might be. Sister Ignatius. Sister Mary Ignatius.
Becoming a nun is still my backup retirement plan.
Which can happen, yes. So, yes, if you are a married woman and you're like, I can't wait for my spouse to die, my children to be self-sufficient once they have done so, you can become a nun.
I'm more like, I'm a spinster and I don't have any kids and all of my family's dead, I'm going to become a nun. Like, I don't afford to. Yeah.
Anyway, but don't disparage people just because they want to do something that you don't want. I mean, it's not like I said I wanted to grow up to be a Nazi or something. Like a nun, I would just go up and pray.
Well, I grabbed you.
And at this age, I do remember their only arguments against it were that you would never have sex. Not even that you would never have kids, or what I would think of more was like I'd be giving up like video games and movies and stuff like that. You know,
Right.
I'm sure they're allowed to read books and watch some movies, unless they're cloistered, but...
Oh yeah, I ain't doing that. Don't talk shit.
So...
Well, and see, and then nowadays, there's a lot of people that they're called ace, you know, the asexual. They don't want to have sex. I mean, now they might, if they're in a committed relationship and their significant other wants that bond, you know, it's not like they're completely, but they don't have that desire. So if an ace person never, you know, has been in a relationship, then they would be like, you know, like, yes, so like, I don't understand why people... Yeah. What happens in the bedroom is like your own, you know, like no one should be so...
You know, and you could say, I want to become a doctor, so I'm not going to be able to get married or, you know, I'm not focused on a family or that kind of thing. They might do things while you're dating. But anyway, you know, I do remember, it's like, whatever. I do not still want to become a doctor. I can't remember, I think it just naturally passes out of your mind when you like, I started getting into when I started getting into Animaniacs, I started to really like voice acting and stuff like that. So that kind of became a new dream, and then you do realize what you would have to give up to be a religious nun or whatever, you know, like other denominations, Christian denominations, and other obviously like monks, Buddhists, and you know, you've got your own devotions, I guess. I don't know what you call them, but anyway. So, wait till your wedding day. Well, gotta go. Talk to you tomorrow. And I couldn't spell it, so I wrote tomorrow, and then underneath I fixed it to say tomorrow.
Okay, good. That's like at 13.
There are some words that you just always have problems with. I spelled it with too many M's, a couple R's, and an A. So then I guess I was trying to do something positive here. So, I wrote down some compliments that I got today.
Yeah. Oh, from other people.
Yeah.
I thought it was like positive affirmation things.
Sorry, my cat. Well, come in. Just push the door. Push it. I can't reach it. It is hot as balls. Okay. Compliment number 1. Jason said that I have a nice dive. I remember Jason.
Were you swimming?
Yes, I was.
In January?
Indoor pool. It was for,
I was easy because it was North Carolina.
Oh yeah, it is North Carolina. It was an indoor pool, and we had PE class over at the local place where you swim. And that's where I was first introduced to Mentos.
I love that you remember that.
Like, well, I never got to get any because I sold them in these little packs at the desk.
Oh.
And I can't buy things on my own. I already said that.
Oh, because of time, the cashier.
But sometimes, yeah. And then also, Mom wasn't going to give me money to buy candy during PE class. But some of these other people had their own, I guess, money.
Oh.
So they would buy, it was like $1. So they would buy them. So they gave me, they were the fruit kind of Mentos. For the years and years, I didn't know there were mint Mentos. I thought they were all just the fruit flavored ones.
Mint was the original one, right?
Probably.
Shit, how did you not see me today? The small thing going back in with or whatever that in North Carolina like never snowed and stuff, and I really wanted it to snow, and like everyone was like, it's not gonna snow, and so Dad was like, well, pray for it, and so I prayed, and the very next day it snowed. That hurt me so much.
That might be in here.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because that's when I made all those Sonic noises during that snow.
Sonic noises? What did you say? Oh, toys! Yeah, I love those. We still have them somewhere. Sonic noises. I wasn't gonna judge you. I had no idea.
Sits in corner and makes Sonic noises. I'm not like the other kids. Okay, so that was compliment number 1.
Oh, yeah.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Yeah. Why were you looking at my body? Compliment number 2. Ryan said that I was funny.
Nice.
Do I remember Ryan? Was he the little one?
Oh.
Was he the one who hung out with Ashby? I think Ashby's mom was the principal.
Whoa, favoritism.
No,
Ashby was a boy?
Yes, Ashby was a boy.
I can never tell with some names.
I know. Later when I heard the name and it was a girl.
Shit.
So, Ashby.
Yeah.
Was a little bitch. And number 3. Okay, so Jason said I had a nice dive. Ryan said I was funny. mom said that I was weird.
But you took it as a compliment.
I did. She probably said it in a loving way.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're so weird. I wish I'd written why mom said that, but it
Yeah.
probably would have taken a long time too. Maybe she read this whole thing and she's like, you know what, girl? You're weird. So that's what happened on January 12th, 1994.
Very nice. You just end that way? Like read the last
I
sentence.
ended, well, gotta go, talk to Mary, or
Oh, I see. And
and then
the
underneath I
compliment.
put, and then I said
Okay.
heart, and then I said my name, Christy. I don't know why.
Because
But
that's
my
not your
handwriting
name.
hasn't changed, like my signature hasn't really changed.
Oh yeah, it doesn't.
Once you learn cursive, that's
Yeah.
how it stays. You're never
Pretty
fixing it.
Oh my gosh.
I think the house
it's
fan
late.
turned off, so I'll be right back when I turn it back.
Okay.
Because it was,
So,
it might have
yeah,
been
to
helping.
explain it, so we had it on high, and then now we're going to put it on lower. Woo! And this is in an effort because our air conditioning unit thingy needs to be fixed. It's a long story. We have a 2-story house. And so, hit B. Perfect. Okay. And so, anyway, it's going to cost a lot of money to do that, so in an effort to not do that this summer, get through it, oh no. Oh, it's lagging.
Wow, you can feel the air blow over here.
Yeah! No, I felt it when I opened it.
Okay, so that's how it works, is it sucks the air so hard, and that's why you have to open the windows.
You said you were recording this? I wonder if the recording is going to be as jacked as,
Oh, did it pause?
it's just super laggy, like it's going really...
Yeah. That's because our connection's unstable, but no, it won't record like that. That's just the live stream.
Okay.
So,
Sorry.
there's nobody watching us.
Yeah.
If you come in and you are watching us and it's lagging, I'm sorry. Like I said, it's probably because of using too much internet. Because usually we have strong. So
Yeah.
Or excellent.
Yeah, usually it's excellent.
Okay, so we'll have to keep our windows open nice.
Yeah.
I did crack them downstairs, so because the website I read was like, okay, well, if you have a gas heater, make sure that you open a window to release the pressure, because otherwise you're going to explode.
Oh, shit.
I said, no, thank you. That's
Yeah.
why we have to leave our windows open. But definitely dragged them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so do you want to hear January 13th, 1994, Thursday?
Yes. I love Thursdays. I generically loved Thursdays. Now, I don't know if it's my favorite day of the week, but continue. Also,
So I got somebody
damn it.
in here that I need to come up with a different name for, because I think I kind of rag on her a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't read it, but I think it's kind of funny.
Oh, is it your friend from... Oh, her.
So, I'm just going to call her Denise for no particular reason.
Okay, we're not
Her
going to
name is not Denise.
It is not Denise.
I think she probably only comes up once.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm going to call her Denise. I really doubt she would ever watch this.
Yeah.
Or anything. Like, I'm still Facebook friends with her, but don't really ever interact.
Yeah, we don't want hurt feelings. This is
Yeah,
your
and I-
journal diary.
I'm gonna change some words because words have become non-PC now.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it, but I know you're not.
So
not anything like what's going on right now, guys.
No. The not nice word that means that someone's slow.
Yeah.
I use that in here. I don't think and you'll hear in my context. I meant it in the used to be scientific. Like,
right.
There was a diagnosis type thing. So
Yeah.
I'm not like, oh, you're that id, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Dear journal. Copy again. Hi. Today I received my present from Denise. And then I put her last name in parentheses, just in case you think I was talking about a different Denise. Actually, it was quite a few presents. I'm not sure why she sent me a present. She did for a while. She would send me, thank you, Denise. She would send me presents, I guess, for Christmas. Now, we were friends, this is 94, probably 90, 91 to maybe 92, and then we moved. So we were friends for maybe 2 years, 2.5 years. But I guess we were really close friends. We're like, you know, I always, you'll always remember the people who you thought were your best friends, and like in their mind, you're like, oh, I guess I kind of like FellHarbor, but
right.
So I think for Denise, I meant more to her than I realized maybe at the time.
Right.
She had friends, but maybe not as many or not as good or like wouldn't hang out with her as much.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got a Dino statue. Two, really. I don't know why I did that. A stuffed dino, a little toy dino, and a small book, a puppy statue, two tree ornaments for...
This is a lot of presents.
This is my Christmas book. I know, she would just fill like a shoebox with like random things.
Can I just say though, it's adorable that you love Dinosaurs Den and you
Yeah. See, here's proof.
Yeah.
I've always liked dinosaurs. A puppy statue. This is when we really got into dinosaurs. Remember we had all those dinosaurs, Mr. Quacks in the school.
We still have it, and then we were forced to play with our nieces.
Somewhere I tried to make like my own stop motion movie.
About, I never recall. You wouldn't let me help.
Right, it was my project. Get out of here. Little 6-year-old, we're locking you in the bathroom again. Yeah, you think it was an accident.
That's right.
Two tree ornaments and a doorstop. I remember that doorstop. I don't remember any of these other things. I do still have some of the ornaments. The doorstop was a Christmas doorstop. It was like this little bear. Yeah,
why would you remember that?
It had like a little bear, like a Christmas bear on it, and it was white. And I remember I just had it for the longest time. Like, what the hell? Why did you send a 13-year-old a doorstop? But she must have thought it was cute. And now I could really use a doorstop.
That's true.
So Denise, if you're listening,
she's not gonna know that's about her unless you remember.
She might. I don't know.
I mean, you were pretty specific of your friend.
Yeah. She is too nice to me. All I got her was a calendar.
That's shit.
I got like 4 dinosaur things and a book and a doorstop and some things to put on my tree.
Yeah, and figurines. That's like when you get like Secret Santa and your person doesn't care.
I always lucked out on it. I had bad Santa, so that's unlucked out. Oh, I got her a calendar. Kathy thinks that Denise is...
Oh, it was her word. It wasn't even your word.
Okay, well, I go on.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I should read that. Sure, I'm going to change it a little.
Okay, yeah.
This is my
you
journal,
don't have to.
you know.
Yeah.
So I said, she looks a little bit...
Oh, I see.
different.
Yeah.
And she's got very thick glasses, but that doesn't mean anything. Denise calls me almost every weekend, and here I am, not even remembering to return her calls. Some friend I am. I'm sorry, Denise. I don't remember that at all. I don't remember the phone calls.
Yeah.
But like I said, some people want to be your friend.
Yeah.
And I've always hated the phone.
Me too.
I do remember when we moved from North Carolina to the next place, I did have frequent phone calls to my friends that I left behind. But I guess it sounds mean to say that we were really close, but we had a lot in common. Denise and I had that we went to school in common. You know what I mean? Like, so we were in the same class. We had the same, like, they had like homerooms. It was grade school, so it was like 4th and 5th grade. Because when I'm writing here, I'm in 7th grade. No, I'm in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoa, crap. Anyway. So, and Denise and I, we kind of grew apart because now Denise is really going to know what we're talking about. I became friends with this bad news girl, and we did some, we did some bad things. I was only friends with, I almost said her name. She doesn't know. She's probably dead. Girl is definitely going to be on drugs. I mean, I think I might have, because Denise used to, like, gossip, like, after I moved, she's like, oh, I saw blah, 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 because she was in high school now.
Oh, right.
I saw blah, blah, blah at school, and she's on drugs, and she's stupid, and she's having sex with blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't care. Yeah. That person and I had a falling out, because I had gone to public school, and then when I went to the private school, that's where I made friends with 2 very lovely people, who, and then a third later came in. And I loved that crew. Like, if I'd stayed there and gone to high school, it would have been my crew. Although I did hear that the 2 big ones, they had not a falling out, they grew apart when I went to high school, and then the one went and did, she wasn't bad, but, so people change, and so, in my mind, I just want to keep them not the same. But I did talk to some of them from North Carolina after we moved on the phone, but that's a little bit different. I don't know. So I'm sorry I never returned your calls, Denise. Then the last time I heard from Denise was after I graduated college. I was living in Savannah, and she drunk called me at like, it might have been like 10 o'clock at night, I guess. I don't know how she got. I don't remember how she got my number. How did you get my number? It was my cell phone or something. And she drunk called me, and I'm like, Denise? She's like, she didn't even answer. She's like, yeah, whoa, what's up? Like, it wasn't a butt dial. Because she did say, yeah, girl, what's going on? Woo. If it wasn't a drunk dial, she was on some very heavy medication or something. I'm like, you need to talk to me. What's going on? And she's little bit. I'm like, So I don't know what that was. I probably should have been better. But I went for years without, like, talking to her or writing to her or something. And then out of the blue, you just call me, not in the middle of the night. It wasn't that late. Because I remember not being like, oh my gosh, is she being murdered? Not that I could do anything. I was, it would take me like 4 hours to get where she was. But she's okay now. Like I said, we're Facebook friends. She friended me on there. I friended her. And every time she buys a new plant, I give it a like. She got it with a dog. And I give it a heart. You know what I mean? Like, I've commented on once or twice on her things. Where it's like, said happy birthday. We're on amicable terms. It's not like she hates that I threw away her doorstop. Okay, so moving on. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the new friend again. So what some friend I am. I don't know if I have...
Fake name?
Yeah. I'm going to call her Judy. Because...
Which one? Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, Judy is such a nice friend.
Oh.
So this is one of my Catholic school friends. One of the two that I was talking about that I was like really great friends with, and then the third one came in later. So, and she's normal, relatively speaking. That's in here. So we're always together, anywhere, almost any time. This week, the 7th and 8th grade classes went swimming at the YMCA. Judy is pretty good. She is in the advanced level. I'm in the middle level. She's not my only friend, but she is the closest I've had yet in this place in North Carolina. If we move, as I hope we do, I'll miss her. I'd rather move. Bye.
I didn't know you felt that way.
No real compliments today, love.
Aww.
So yeah, Judy, I think I started out strong with Judy. I don't have James. Then Maya was a second friend. And I came in 8th grade. So this was a private Catholic school, K through 8. A lot of the people in the class have been friends with each other since they were in K, since they were in kindergarten. So since they were like 5 or 6 years old, they'd known each other. Some of them came in when they started like actual grade school, like 1st or 2nd grade. So, 7. It was, the whole 8th grade was a class of 20. There were 10 girls and 10 boys. I don't know how that worked out.
Yeah.
We had a couple of people of color. So Judy was of color, and so was Maya. And then we only had one boy of color. But then I mentioned her before. Tiffany was of color. There were 20 in the 8th grade and 13 in the 7th grade. And some of them are all related, because you were in school too.
Yeah.
But you were obviously many years below me.
1st grade.
Yeah, you were a little one. Anyway, so coming into that, where everybody was not only just close-knit, but these are the only ones they'd ever gone to school with or known.
Yeah.
And basically grew up because they go to the same church, because both Judy and Maya were also Catholic. Maya still is. Because I was invited to like a reunion a long time ago.
Oh, wow.
So Maya's still. I don't know.
I've never been invited to a reunion. Well, high school, but not like.
You were in 1st grade.
I know. My best friends, I did reach out to them when I was like in high school or whatever. I can't remember. It was like right before Facebook and stuff, but I did find them somehow. But we decided like. We were like, yeah, I really liked you. Yeah, I really liked you. We have nothing in common. No. So, like, we were pen pals for, like, 3, like, passes-bys, but then we stopped.
Yeah, I did try with Maya a little bit on Facebook, but whereas I got older but didn't really grow up, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still into video games and cartoons and toys and being silly. And Maya really, I think, I got the feeling last I'd literally spoken with her that, you know, she was embracing, I don't think she had kids at that time because we were still in college. You know, but she was like embracing her whatever career she was going to do. Nobody's ever reached out to me. My name has not changed. I'm not married, you know, and I guess I haven't really looked up Maya. From what I've heard, Judy kind of just, and I don't even know where she is now. Where I think Maya still might be in North Carolina. But, yeah, so it was a very close knit. So you kind of have to find the weirdos, and Judy was a weirdo, but we had so much fun together. She was really like a kindred spirit. You're my soulmate, so she can't be my soulmate, but she was definitely a kindred spirit where we were just stupid together. We got jokes together, and then Maya was a little bit more. She was funny, but she was like, if we were the Harry Potter trio, like, I guess I would get stuck being Harry, not because I was like the center, but because I guess I was like somewhere in between being stupid, and then you know, Judy would be like kind of like the Ron, and then Maya would be like the Hermione, where you know she liked to have fun and be silly, but she was the mom of the group, where I was like, you know, the big kid sister, and then you know, Judy was. And then later we got I don't even know what to call it. The other one. I can't think of it.
That's another J, right? Or no? Oh, Maya's the one I'm thinking of J, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Then the other one came. She was weird, but she was weird. Don't take this wrong, but she was homeschooled until this. So,
her.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So the only reason that third friend in our group before.
Aurora.
I was thinking about that. I was going to say that.
Yeah.
Alright, so Aurora was homeschooled. So she was very smart. She was and this is before like homeschooling became more of a thing, because right now I've got, you know, our niblets are homeschooled and do very well. Aurora, it wasn't that she wasn't unsocialized or anything like that. She just, and it is weird to be in a room filled with a whole bunch of peers, and then you're taking instruction, but the teacher's talking down to you.
Yeah.
Like, what? You know, so Aurora was used to being in a learning environment where you had discussions with your teacher, who was your mom or, you know, another friend in the community. You're not used to it not being discussion-based.
Right.
So she would never raise her hand. She, you know, like walking in a line was stupider. And when you stop and think about it, you're like, yeah, that is weird.
Yeah.
That we are not allowed to just talk.
Yeah.
We have to raise our hand and wait for the teacher to call on us.
Right.
You know, or like walking down the hall, we can't just all be trusted to like be humans or walk down the no, single file.
Yeah.
You know, there's only 20 of you. You get in the line. You know what I mean? So that's where she struggled with quote unquote.
Because she didn't realize they all came out to see me.
Normalcy was just, you know, and she had a little bit of a time like talking back to the teacher. So if Mrs. Hogan, rest in peace, I did learn she passed away.
So you need your real name.
You know, come on, these names. I don't even
Yeah.
remember. Denise? Yeah, I go, okay. Anyway, she was a very sweet teacher, but would lose her patience all the time with Aurora, because Aurora would be like, no, it's not. Or like, you know, Mrs. Hogan would be like, oh, you know, gravity works because electricity. And then, you know, Aurora's like, no, actually, Newton found out, you know, and then she'd just go off on something, and Mrs. Hogan's like, look, this is religion class, would you shut up about electricity or whatever? That makes it sound like she was anti-science. That's not true. We had religion class. I mean, we had it. But, I don't know that Aurora was Catholic. I don't remember. And I also want to put out there, you were excused from religion class if you did not want to attend. Not everybody was made to take Catholic religion class. You could sign a little thing, and then we had a little library down the hall, and you could go, you know, if the parents said, no, we're Baptist, or, you know, we're nothing, we're atheist, or we're agnostic, You didn't have to take a class. You wouldn't be graded on it. You wouldn't be. You just. I don't even know that we got a grade. It was just, we had to do it for our catechesis. So rather than make us go to Sunday school, they would just do it in the school. So it was kind of like a free period for them. They could go to the library and study or read or whatever, and the rest of us would have class. But I think they all just, because we did have some people who were not Catholic, but I think the parents were just like, whatever. You're mostly learning about the Bible, or you're learning what the Catholics teach. It wasn't like, it's not the rulers and the nuns and the, like, believe this, or, don't question anything. This was just, you might as well learn what a Catholic thinks and why we believe what we believe and where we got things. And it was mostly about the books of the Bible, or, who were the apostles, like, things that all Christians believe. Right.
This is the guy I need, so I'm going to just...
It wasn't like a deep theology class.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. Aurora was fun. You know what I really miss is that we made some Animaniacs tapes. Remember that? With her brother and... other sister? But her brother could do a spot-on wacko impression. So we did some, like, audio tapes, like making our own radio stuff, but those are I think we sent them to our cousins.
Yeah, we did that a lot back then.
Yeah, we still have the ones the cousins sent us, but I don't have ours, so I kind of regret all that. That would have been great and fun. Yeah. We'll just use the ones that we have of them to blackmail them, Mr. Don't Open Your Mouth Talking Man. Which, when you look back on it, was pretty funny. So, yeah, we'll post it, and then just change the name, and come sue us. So, would you like another day?
Yeah.
I'll wrap this up in a minute. How about January 14th, 1994 on a Friday?
Oh, okay.
Dear Journal. Oh, I think this is the funny story. Should I go into it? Yeah, I go into it. So this is kind of funny. I'm going to try not to stop in the middle because I know that probably gets annoying. Dear Journal. Today was the last day of swimming. After playing a few games, the whole 7th and 8th grade, those that went to the swimming program, I guess they didn't have to, had to swim one last final lap. We made a line at the deep end. He, I guess the teacher, said something about the 8th grade. Mike, the instructor, said, "Go!" and I dove in. I don't think I've ever gone faster in my life. When I reached the other side, I found out I was first. When Colby came up, he said, "Chris," I used to go by Chris, "I didn't know you were a boy." Mike had said the 8th grade boys. Oh well, at least I beat all of them.
Yeah, right.
Compliment, good job, you were first, from Aurora. She's like, you know what? Yeah, my nickname was Chris, which is a shortening of my real name, but I just wanted to say it. So yeah. Oh, I have a joke.
Okay.
It's on this other
Did
thing.
you write it or did you find it from somewhere else?
This is something that my teacher said to me, and I remember laughing because it was hilarious. So this is funny.
Okay.
So it's an anecdote from my life. So I'm glad I write these things down. This is why you should keep a journal. Just like, don't even worry about like, oh, I'm so sad because the world is. No. Just write down the stupid shit that happened to you because you're gonna love it in a few years. I spelled Finnish as in like from Finland.
You knew back then.
I did. I have 0.7% Finnish blood. Anyway.
But no one else in the family does.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing.
Somebody got a little frisky, but only like on a part of our family.
Yeah.
Okay. I had to finish my algebra test today after school. I took so long in doing algebra. I don't know why, but when Mom came to see if I was ready, she found that I wasn't. Well, Wheel, older sister, and Cypress were with her, so we'll be over in the church. We'll be praying for you. For you, Judy, and Maya. They
remember their names
also. I know, it was hard. It was like, so Mom smiled, because she's going to go pray for all three of us that we pass our test.
Yeah.
But Mrs. Moore said, "Gee, Chris, you have such a nice family. What happened to you?" Everybody started to laugh. Mom left, and I told Judy to stop. But I heard Maya just laughing away. Her shirt was pulled up over her mouth in an attempt to hide her glee. She said, "Sorry, FellHarbor, but that was funny. I hate algebra. X plus 5 equals 7. So then 7 minus 5 is X equals 2. Just to prove I can do it.
I used to like that kind.
That's when it was fun. It
Yeah.
was like a puzzle, but I always did well in algebra. I sucked at geometry, but this doesn't happen. And I just want to point out that Maya used my big name, which means that she didn't fall into calling me Chris. So you can guess what my big name is by that, but that's okay. I don't care.
I'm sure we've said it at least once.
Yeah, that's fine. What happened to you? Thanks. I remember Mrs. Moore.
Are we going again, or like am I playing another round, or is this?
Oh, well, it's been an hour.
It has been an hour.
So yeah, we can leave it here. We should be responsible. But thank you for not joining us. Well, it's probably best because it's unstable, so I don't know what it looks like.
That's true.
But hopefully the recording should be fine because it doesn't have to do with the capture card. It has to do with uploading it. But I hope you like this, guys. Probably can't trim this down, so it's going to be a pretty long video. But
you're welcome.
do you like me reading out of my journal? It opens up some like conversations too.
Yeah.
You know, either good, bad. I don't ever go into like super. Okay, look. Oh man, where'd it go? Here it is. I found where it's going. Why did I draw a tail? I just thought it was a hand.
You were practicing. I don't know. Maybe you were gonna get back to him. Wait, what did it say again?
Titan Dino lift her arm with the yellow M phone. Huh. Alright, well, this doesn't go. Blue glue sticker. Okay. This only goes for a couple weeks because it ends. It started January 12th and it stopped February 21st, and I probably didn't write every day, but anyway. But I'm willing to keep reading.
Yeah,
I think it opens
enjoy
some
it.
conversation. Do you guys have a journal or a diary or a journal diary or a? I'm sure there's a logbook, however you want to call it. If you don't, I strongly suggest starting one. Again, it does not need to be your deep thoughts about what's going on in the world today, or oh my love life, because I think a lot of people think of a diary as like, oh Johnny noticed my new dress,
Yeah, that's the stuff I could never do.
Write down the insult that your teacher gave you about your family being nice and something wrong with you, or how you swam faster than the boys, or how that one friend of yours sent you a doorstop for Christmas. But yeah, thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Thank you for playing Cypress for a backdrop to
lovely.
our little talking. And let's do it again.
Yeah, it's like a podcast, but with gameplay.
I hope it's enjoyable. Anyway, we'll
enjoyed
find
it.
out. I had fun too, so.
And if not, you can mute it and it's still a game for you to watch.
Yeah.
But don't mute it. I think we're fun.
I think it's funny. Come on, man. I'm putting myself on blast here. You hear all this stupid shit. I didn't know how to spell finish or tomorrow. I did know algebra, and I'm sure I thought. Anyway, bye.
Bye.